You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James.
The veil of secrecy surrounding Beyoncé and Jay-Z's famously private twins, Rumi and Sir Carter, is being dramatically torn away. Shocking allegations from controversial music industry whistleblower Jaguar Wright, amplified by Ye's explosive social media posts, have ignited what might be the most incendiary scandal to hit the Carters in years. Are Beyoncé and Jay-Z hiding serious health conditions affecting their 7-year-old twins? Why is Sir Carter almost completely absent from public view while his sisters Blue Ivy and Rumi step increasingly into the spotlight? The answers might shatter everything you thought you knew about music's most powerful family.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
The whispers began quietly, a rumor here, a cryptic post there, but exploded into chaos when Ye, in one of his infamous online tirades, took aim directly at the Carters, accusing them of fabricating an illusion of perfection while hiding the truth about their family. They want you to believe everything's perfect, he wrote in a now deleted social media rant, but what's really going on behind those closed doors? His words were harsh, incendiary, and impossible to ignore. While Ye later backtracked, claiming he felt bad about the comments, the damage was already done. Screenshots of his posts spread like wildfire, and the backlash was swift and vicious. But it was Jaguar Wright who took these allegations and turned up the volume to deafening levels. Jaguar Wright, the self-proclaimed whistleblower of the music industry, has made what could be her most shocking revelation yet, claiming that the Carter twins are on different ends of the autism spectrum, and that Beyoncé and Jay-Z have gone to extraordinary lengths to keep this hidden.
Argue a lot of things about Kanye, but you cannot argue that he's an intelligent guy.
According to Wright, the Carters have allegedly spent millions on specialized care and private therapies, all while ensuring the public never suspects a thing. She paints a picture of a family living in constant fear of exposure, desperate to protect their pristine image at any cost. What if it's bigger than that? She teased in a recent interview. What if the Carters' whole empire depends on maintaining this illusion of perfection? These allegations struck a nerve, fueling theories that the Carters have made deals with the media to keep unfavorable stories buried. Could one of the most powerful couples in the world be using their influence to manipulate the narrative around their family? Let's talk about Sir Carter for a moment, the true enigma of the Carter family. Unlike his twin sister Rumi, who has been stepping into the spotlight more and more alongside her mother and older sister Blue Ivy, Sir remains a ghostly figure, almost entirely absent from the Carters' public life. Sure, there have been a few fleeting glimpses of him over the years, a blink and you'll miss it appearance in a family photo or a random mention in interviews, but for the most part, Sir has been kept firmly behind closed doors. And yet, this absence only fuels the fire.
Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever.
Why is Sir being so carefully hidden while the rest of the family thrives in the public eye? What are Beyoncé and Jay-Z protecting him from, or perhaps protecting themselves from? Even Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, has dropped cryptic hints that only deepen the mystery. In one interview, Tina described Sir as very quiet and into books and electronics, emphasizing his love for numbers and his reserved personality. On the surface, this paints a picture of a shy, thoughtful boy who simply prefers the comforts of home to the chaos of the spotlight. But is it really that simple? Some fans have speculated that Sir might struggle with overstimulation or sensory issues, making public appearances challenging for him. If that's true, it would explain why the Carters are so intent on shielding him from the media frenzy. But it also raises the question, is this really about Sir's well-being, or is it yet another calculated move in the Carters' relentless pursuit of a perfect image? Then there's Beyoncé's latest business venture.
Has done things and allegedly participated in a lot of things that the public would not be happy to know.
Her whiskey line, Sir Davis. At first glance, it seems like an innocent play on her family legacy, with the name reportedly inspired by her great-grandfather. But the timing of this release has left many scratching their heads. Is the name also a subtle nod to Sir Carter? Could this be Beyoncé's way of humanizing her son in the public eye without actually exposing him? After all, while Rumi dazzles fans with her growing confidence and Blue Ivy dominates stages around the world, Sir remains a mystery. Some believe that Sir Davis is a carefully planted breadcrumb designed to remind the public of Sir's existence while keeping him firmly in the shadows. But if that's the case, why not simply let him shine like his sisters? Is Sir being left behind in the Carter's curated narrative, or is there something more at play here? Adding to this tension is the glaring contrast between Sir and Rumi's public trajectories. Rumi, described by Tina Knowles as a natural performer and budding artist, has been making increasingly frequent appearances with her mother and siblings.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
From Super Bowl cameos to family campaigns, Rumi seems poised to follow in her family's footsteps as a public figure. But Sir, with his love for numbers and quiet demeanor, remains conspicuously absent. Could this be a matter of favoritism? Are Beyoncé and Jay-Z inadvertently prioritizing Rumi and Blue's public personas while sidelining Sir? Or is there a deeper secret behind their decisions, one they're desperately trying to keep out of the public eye? Beyoncé's increasing focus on Rumi's public appearances has sparked whispers of a stage mom narrative. Some insiders have speculated that Beyoncé, ever the perfectionist, is grooming Rumi to follow in her footsteps as a global superstar. From her role in family campaigns to her appearances at high-profile events, Rumi's presence in the spotlight is becoming impossible to ignore. Yet with every carefully orchestrated appearance, questions arise. Is Beyoncé pushing Rumi too far, too fast? And what does this say about the pressures of raising children under the weight of worldwide fame?
Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her.
The tension reportedly doesn't stop with Beyoncé and Rumi. Sources close to the family suggest that Jay-Z is less enthusiastic about thrusting their children into the public eye. He's said to prefer a more private, grounded upbringing for the twins, similar to how he shielded Blue Ivy during her early years. Could this difference in parenting styles be creating cracks in the Carter household? After all, balancing the demands of fame with the complexities of parenting isn't easy, even for a couple as powerful as Beyoncé and Jay-Z. And if one parent is pushing for the spotlight while the other is pulling back, what does that mean for their family dynamic? Beyoncé, known for her unshakable composure, is reportedly furious over West's comments and determined to protect her children from the fallout. Her mother, Tina Knowles, seemed to respond in her own cryptic way, posting a message about the power of family and knowing your truth. Was this a subtle dig at Ye? Fans certainly thought so. Meanwhile, Jay-Z, ever the strategist, has remained silent publicly, at least for now, but insiders claim he's working behind the scenes to contain the situation, pulling every string he can to suppress these rumors before they spiral further out of control.
It's interesting because, you know, obviously this civil suit was coming for a while.
Yep.
And there was some talk between Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers. I think both Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers are really alphas.
But the scandal doesn't stop there. Jaguar Wright hinted that there's even more to uncover, suggesting that the Carter's secrecy extends beyond their children's health. This is just the tip of the iceberg, she warned. There's so much more they don't want you to know. Her words have left fans and industry insiders buzzing with speculation. Could there be other secrets lurking in the shadows of the Carter empire? And if so, what are they? The implications of these allegations are staggering. If true, they could shatter the carefully constructed image of Beyoncé and Jay-Z as the ultimate power couple. But if false, they serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of celebrity gossip and the toll it takes on families. Either way, one thing is clear: the story is far from over. The Carters are known for their resilience and their ability to weather any storm, but this time, they may be facing their toughest challenge yet. West's accusations have also reignited old tensions between him and Jay-Z. Their relationship, once a brotherhood, has been strained for years, with public spats and subtle jabs playing out in both their music and the media. Ye has long felt abandoned by Jay-Z, particularly after the Carters skipped his 2014 wedding to Kim Kardashian. And let's not forget West's infamous onstage rant in 2016, where he accused Beyoncé of manipulating award shows and Jay-Z of sending hitmen after him. Could this latest scandal be West's way of getting back at his former mentor? Or is he genuinely trying to expose a hidden truth? You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends, Ye reportedly said in reference to JE.
You know, a lot of times lawsuits are like playing poker. Like even when you feign, that you have strength, it could be that you have some weakness in your case. So Busby's never going to say that he doesn't have the evidence. I mean, Busby's always going to say he's got the evidence. He's always going to say, oh, we're going to look at multiple other people. We're going to do all this because he wants to put that fear into that.
I don't got no celebrity friends. His frustration is palpable as he continues. They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They could control Shaq. They could control Charles Barkley. They could control LeBron James. The implication is clear. Ye sees himself as one of the few willing to speak out against what he perceives as the Carters' manipulation of the narrative. As the drama unfolds, the Carters' every move is being scrutinized. Beyoncé, who rarely addresses rumors, has remained silent, leaving fans and critics alike to speculate. Some believe her silence speaks volumes, suggesting that she's refusing to dignify the allegations with a response. Others see it as a calculated move, a way to maintain control over the narrative. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's alleged deals with the media to suppress these rumors have become a hot topic of debate. If true, it would be a damning indictment of the lengths celebrities will go to protect their image. He, of course, is more than annoyed. Would be an understatement, an insider reportedly said of Jay-Z's reaction. He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. The question now is whether this strategy of silence will continue to work, or if the pressure will eventually force the Carters to address the rumors head on. At the heart of this controversy are 3 children who never asked to be born into one of the world's most famous families. Blue Ivy, now 12, has gradually been introduced to the public eye, even joining her mother on stage during the Renaissance World Tour.
Even if the statute of limitations ran, it doesn't stop her from filing a police report. It doesn't stop her from giving a statement to the police. It still backs up some things. And don't forget, in federal court, he could still be swept up into a RICO. There could be other sorts of actions that took place over time, and all of those would relate back.
Rumi, at 7, is beginning to follow a similar path, but Sir remains largely hidden from view, fueling speculation about his well-being and the family's true dynamics. The Carters' approach to parenting has always been a topic of fascination and criticism. Are they shielding their children from the harsh glare of fame, or are they strategically using them to enhance their brand? And what toll does this take on the children themselves? These questions become even more poignant if Wright's allegations about the twins' health are true. If Sir does indeed have special needs, the Carters' decision to keep him out of the spotlight could be seen as protective rather than calculated. But it also raises uncomfortable questions about why they would hide such a diagnosis in the first place. In an era where neurodiversity is increasingly accepted and understood, what message does this secrecy send? With so many unanswered questions, one thing is clear: this story is far from over. The Carters may be experts at controlling their narrative, but even they can't escape the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. As the internet continues to speculate, the pressure on Beyoncé and Jay-Z to respond is mounting. Will they finally break their silence and set the record straight, or is the truth more complicated and potentially more damaging than we ever imagined? The coming weeks will likely bring more revelations, more speculation, and perhaps even a response from the Carters themselves. Until then, the mystery of Rumi and Sir Carter, and the truth behind their famous family's carefully constructed image, remains one of Hollywood's most compelling enigmas. What do you think? Could there be more to the story than the Carters are letting on? Or is this just another case of celebrities being unfairly targeted by rumors and speculation? Let us know your theories in the comments below.